Coachella kicks off this weekend with headlining performances from Ariana Grande and Childish Gambino. The fans hoping to see Solange take the stage prepare to be bitterly disappointed. So last night, the singer, she abruptly canceled her appearance. She was supposed to perform 2 shows this weekend. She canceled it, and this is what the Music Fest tweeted out. They said, due to major production delays, Solange will unfortunately no longer be performing at the year's festival. She sends her sincerest apologies and looks forward to performing at Coachella in the future. Her rep apparently has been redirecting press to that statement from Coachella. Now, TMZ is reporting that she canceled because her band, several people in her band, they fell ill, and she hasn't been able to find replacements, and she didn't want to put on a half-assed show.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, because she is a perfectionist. I love that, Solange. Now, you know, of course, that she graced the Coachella stage last year with her big sister Beyonce on the historic Coachella set. Yes. Now that iconic performance is getting its own Netflix show. I'm so excited about that. This morning, the streaming service dropped a trailer for the upcoming documentary called Homecoming. Now, it gives fans an in-depth look at the process leading up to her Coachella performance, and it's going to be incredible because it has behind-the-scenes footage, including Blue Ivy dancing and pictures of the twins, Rumi and Sir. That's right.
Oh, they're so adorable.
It's so adorable. Now, Homecoming will be released on Wednesday, April 17th, and I guess no one's going to go to work that day because you know how we do. We got to, you know, all hail the Queen, darling.
We might be calling in sick to watch a little documentary. I cannot wait.
Country music's bigger stars like Casey Musgraves, Keith Urban, and Carrie Underwood brought Nashville to Sin City last night for the ACM Awards. Now, host Reba McEntire brought some much-needed grade A shade. Now, during her monologue, she talked about the fact that there was a real lack of female nominees for the night's top prize, which is Entertainer of the Year. Now, it's the 2nd year in a row that there were no female nominees. And on stage, Reba pointed out that it had snowed in Las Vegas in recent weeks, and then she had this to say. It froze us women out of Entertainer of the Year. But then she went on to say it didn't bother good old Casey Musgraves because she was too busy dancing around with all her Grammys that she won. That's right. Yeehaw! Now, the big prize of the night went to good old Keith Urban, who was awarded a kiss from his wife, Nicole Kidman, who was dancing around in the audience the entire night. So she took the place of Taylor Swift. Because
she's usually dancing. Yes. Now, you know, actually, Casey Musgraves was one of our Power of Women honorees, and I asked her where she keeps her Grammys. She said her mom and her grandma are begging her to give her one. So we'll see if they get him. But Reba was not the only one throwing shade last night at the ACM. So Miranda Lambert, first of all, she made her red carpet debut with her new husband, Brendan McLaughlin, who is a police officer here in New York City with the NYPD.
Over here in New York, over here.
Over here in New York.
Police officer.
But last night, over in Vegas, okay, so Miranda, she took the stage to perform her hit single, Little Red Wagon. She had a not-so-subtle message for her ex-husband, Blake Shelton, who was there with Gwen Stefani. So she had a noticeably changed lyric. The song original lyric, it is, quote, I live in Oklahoma. Now, Oklahoma is where Miranda and Blake lived together when they were married. Well, Miranda last night at the ACMs, she very obviously changed that lyric to, I got the hell out.
I know that's right, Miranda.
Speaking of R. Kelly, I actually just interviewed Gayle King on Friday at Variety's Power of Women event. And
fabulous event.
Yeah, thank you, Bevy. And we had a great time together with you there, and it is my favorite event that we do at Variety every single year. So many amazing women. But I did ask Gayle King, what was going through your mind during that R. Kelly interview where he stood up and was acting ballistic? So here's what she told me. Take a look.
I was just trying to save the interview because once he stood up, I knew if I stood up, he would probably leave. But when he stood up, I didn't know what the hell was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, such a pro, Gayle King. Now, I also interviewed 3 of the accusers that appear in the Lifetime docuseries. Lifetime is one of our main partners at Power of Women. And these 3 ladies, I asked them, what did you think?
Who was actually on our show.
Yes.
Was one of the women who was at the event.
She was, and that was the first time I met Kitty in person, so I gave her a hug, and I said, thank you for doing that really candid interview on Page 6 TV, and she was very, very happy that she did it. But I asked the 3 women, I said, what did you think when you watched Gayle King's interview with R. Kelly? And they said that it seemed like he was under pressure and stress, but they said what he's saying does not hold any facts, but I want to make it clear they were not being sympathetic because he's under pressure and stress. They said that if he's claiming that other people are ruining his life, well, that's not true. He's doing it to himself. herself.
Wow.
Indeed.
Well, we caught up with Gayle King, Page Six did on the red carpet as well, and she said that she talked to his team after that interview, and they thought the interview went well. You know, she called them to sort of take the temperature, as you do when you interview someone like that, and she said they thought it went well. In fact, she said they were pleased because they thought people got to see how passionate he was. And
That's a word for it.
Right. I mean, I thought erratic, but passionate, I guess, is another word
Well,
for it.
they were pleased with it, according to her, and she said that he may even want to sit down with her again. Born Julianne Smith in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, she got her big break in The Big Apple, starring in the classic soap opera As the World Turns. And turn the world did, as Hollywood beckoned and the newly renamed Julianne Moore started to score movie after movie within just a few years. Through role after unforgettable role, her ability to disappear into her characters in service of the story is astounding.
I always say that about movies and about actors, people really don't come to see you in the movies, they come to see themselves. So the best compliment an actor can receive is when someone comes and says, oh, that was me, or that was my story.
After 5 Oscar nominations, including 2 in the same year for 2 different movies, she finally claimed the Best Actress Award and the Golden Globe for her riveting portrait of a woman with early Alzheimer's in Still Alice. And now, with her astonishing performance in Gloria Bell, Moore just keeps bringing her A-game, defying the rules about older actresses working less in Hollywood, and proving, as Bevy likes to say, that it really does get greater later. And all that passion isn't just saved for the big screen. In real life, she's dedicated to her husband of 15 years, director Bart Fringlich, and their 2 children, Cal and Liv. They were with her when she received her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and she saved her biggest thanks for them.
Most importantly, to the loves of my life, my real life, Bart, Cal, and Liv, I am so grateful for you every day. And thank you for making my real life better than any story I've ever read or ever been in.